3, 2. You're up, Count Slate.
Yeah, we're doing European slates now, okay? These are French hours, European slates, and we wear man bags.
I'm a longtime man bagger. I've never bagged a man. Bagged some deer, though.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Did you eat it right away? I heard it makes great jerky, TJ.
No, when I kill deer, which is a lot, usually after a Packers win, I make deer fajitas. Deer fajitas. TJ here.
Dear fajitas, why did Ann Landers quit and replaced with, Mexican food that gives terrible advice? Oh, my heartburn.
There was a brief Judd Hirsch show called Dear Fajitas. Oh, that's called Dear John.
That was Dear John, yeah. Judd Hirsch.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
That is the saddest theme song in the history of 80s TV. It made the Love Sydney theme song look upbeat.
Dear John, dear John, by the time you read these lines, I'll be gone. Life goes on.
Punky Brewster theme is also kind of sad. I love that song. Same guy that did Cheers and some other song. Mr. Belvedere.
Gary Portnoy.
Gary Portnoy or something like that.
The best thing about the Cheers theme is the 4-minute single version that they made the cast of Cheers sing along to, even though no one has heard the 4-minute version.
No one has still heard the 4 minutes.
I've heard it. I researched it. And your little angel took a cat by the tail.
Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody...
Let's slate. 3, 2, 1.
Untitled Beatles Podcast.
All right, welcome to the Untitled Beatles Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm TJ, and Tony, it's beginning to look a lot like Thanksgiving.
It is, yeah. Yes, this will air Thanksgiving weekend. We hope you're having a happening Thanksgiving if you celebrate. We also have an international audience, TJ, who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but it's something we do here in the United States still.
But I think even across the globe, people know what a good country America is, and they're going to celebrate with us whether they like it or not. We are America.
We still have good things going on here. We have some silver linings.
Yeah. I think one of the silver linings is you can catch reruns of Dear John on WOR cable.
Good morning. This is television station WOR-TV, New York, transmitting on television channel 9 between the frequencies of 186 and 192 megahertz.
WOR. That was the New York TBS WGN kind of station, Superstation.
It was,
they called
and
them.
we got WOR when they weren't allowed to show the shows that the local stations were showing. So WOR for a long time just showed shows that got canceled and weren't in other syndication. So in WOR, you'd get like Dear John or the Martin Mull vehicle Domestic Life.
Oh, I don't know that one. Huh.
Who cares? Not me. If we're just your normal family and the vacuum cleaner's busted and the children aren't adjusted, I got you, you got me, and we can wrestle this economy. So let our station wagon rattle through the suburbs of Seattle. I'll tell the world that we are happy in our domesticity.
It's a great show. Steve Martin EP'd it.
Oh, crazy.
How come they don't cancel him for rhyming donkey with honky, but I can't go to work and make gun jokes no more?
That is, of course, our angry Chicago guy.
Which is all Tony.
Yeah.
All Tony.
If you do a search about the Untitled Beatles podcast, AI will give you some information such as I am the angry Chicago guy.
Which you are. It is a combo role.
It's a combo, but I'm usually the second fiddle. I'm the second banana to your guy.
You're the guy who's foaming at the mouth. You're the wiry looking to fight guy. They're not really friends, but you come to my defense.
Yeah.
You got the butthead thing.
Yeah.
And also, AI has said that we do this thing, TJ, where you and I make fun of producer Casey's experiences at Paul McCartney concerts.
Moron.
We mock
Shut
them.
up, Casey. Ha ha.
Nice seats, dipshit.
Yeah. Why are your seats so poor, idiot?
Yeah. Put some Kleenex up your nose for those seats.
Guys, I've only ever been to like 2 Paul McCartney concerts. 3 if you count American English at the 2011 Lake County Fair. And I'm pretty sure we only ever talked about it on 1 episode. I'm sorry I'm not old enough to have seen Paul 17 times like some other people on this show who will remain nameless. I just wanted to have a podcast. Nobody would mock my experiences at Paul McCartney concerts. Fuck it, just do the show without me. I'm getting a bowl of Apple Jacks.
New Kellogg's Apple Jacks. Apple good for breakfast or snacks. Cinnamon toasty, apple tasty. A bowl a day keeps the bullies away. Bullies!
All right, let's get to the task at hand. And it is a task, TJ. We have a lot to talk about. Anthology 4 dropped last week.
It did, Tony. It dropped on a Friday morning or maybe a Thursday at midnight. I had a rehearsal all day. Didn't get to having the CDs and listening to it until late Friday. And I focused on Anthology 4. I also got the vinyl separately of Anthology 4. And oh my goodness, do we have a lot to talk about. There is so much good and so much questionable. And I think there's some big Beatle takeaways. So you Beatles scholars, perk the fuck up, because this is going to be a lesson in academic research. I've listened to so many versions of Real Love. There's a good chance I'm not normal anymore.
Yeah. I found myself going down the Real Love rabbit hole this morning. And I don't know if that's what I want to be doing with that song.
Well, much like the charts in 96, you also don't want to place it very high.
Yeah. Well, we'll get
to
that.
The BBC wouldn't play it, Tony. BBC One refused to play Real Love in
talking about?
96.
I didn't know
but
that.
it was kicked to like in the BBC's adult contemporary thing. They didn't think it was current enough to add it to the playlist with things like Oasis and Green Day in 96.
Yeah. Well, as someone who did work radio at that time, we did not play the Threedles stuff either. But I got free copies from Capitol or whoever was putting it out. Yeah, Capitol, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and now on the Anthology packaging, the Capitol logo has been replaced with the Universal logo. It used to be a Capitol logo and then an apple. Now it's an apple and a Universal logo.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it is 2025. And yeah, Anthology came out like 30 years ago, and the times have changed. So now, oh, look, you're holding up a copy of your TV guide.
It's my parents' TV guide. I saved it. It says Beatles 95, and it's got a picture of Teddy Boy John, early Want to Hold Your Hand 45 Paul, Sgt. Pepper George, and Ringo dressed, I think, from early 1970. I can't tell where Ringo is coming from in a Sgt. Pepper parody cover.
Ringo looks like, a Sasquatch you might report, to the dark web.
On the dark web, oh yeah. Eddie and the Cruisers too. The dark web. Dark web's coming now, nothing is real. Yeah, man, it's interesting. It made it enough special collector's edition for the original Anthology to be on TV Guide. We haven't seen, obviously, the shows yet. They don't premiere until, as of this recording, I think Wednesday.
Yeah,
As I learned from being buzzed 7 times last week. Oh, can I make a last week correction, Tony? We've barely
why
gotten
not?
into the show, but I got to correct something from last week. As we were referring to, and I don't want to besmirch the great Irving Berlin, who wrote Annie Get Your Gun that featured I'm an Indian Too, without also besmirching Cat Stevens, who I'm pretty sure shortly after I listened to the episode, I reminded myself he has a song called I Want to Live in a Wigwam.
Like to live in a wigwam. I'd like to live in a wigwam.
There's also Sandy Duncan from the Hogan family, she of A Glass Eye fame, toured the country as Peter Pan and sang a song called Ugga-Wug.
Peter Pan has never been more alive. Brought back through the witchcraft of Sandy Duncan. Now from the show, let's join Peter, Tiger Lily, the Indians, the Lost Boys, the Darling Children, all in Ugga-Wug.
You can't talk about footwear. You know why? Because Rick Rubin will get on you, and he's hard to shake.
Human feet are not pointy.
Boy, did I have some open toe spreaders in my day. When we used to tour Second City, we would spread so many open toes. Open toes. So I just had to make that correction that it's not just Jewish composer Irving Berlin, who also wrote White Christmas, you anti-Semites, who made fun of Native Americans. It was also Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
And Sandy Duncan.
Sure, yes. I know. Well, yes.
All right, now moving on to Tony's favorite topic, filling Calderstone's pockets. Take it, Tony.
Yes, do you have extra money? Probably not, but you're going to give it to Calderstone because they've just re-released anthologies 1 through 4. The what are they calling it? The complete collection or something? That's what it says on the old streamer there.
It is the Anthology collection.
Anthology collection. Thank you. All right, so I did not buy this physically. I've just streamed it on, a streaming platform. But yeah, I did. I've listened to most of 1 through 3, which has been remastered. And this has been remastered. These remasters have actually been out for a little while. So we could have been listening to these for, I think, a couple months now. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about the remasters of Anthology 1 through 3, and then we can talk about 4.
No? I want to talk Plastic Ono Band 1-to-1 Evolution Mix Documentary CD 8.
Wait, I thought that was overwhelming and you were overwhelmed.
I was so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I was so overwhelmed. And then when I was listening to it, pretending, parenthetically, I've never liked Suntime in New York City.
Oh, okay.
So it's difficult to wrap my head around a 9 CD streamer. If I owned the physical thing and could upload the CDs and listen after the upload, it'd be different. But the streaming of it, we'll talk about it. January 2nd, I'll be ready to talk about the Plastic Ono Band 1-to-1 9 CD set. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe by then I'll have a gnome. But this one also became a little bit of a deep dive and overwhelming because there are so many tracks. And these remasters, Tony, I think in some cases, they're not just remasters. I think they've been remixed. MULL technology must have been used for things like In Spite of All the Danger. Yeah, I feel like the home recording stuff, doesn't it feel way clearer than the original 95 CD to you?
1995.
In spite of all the danger, in spite of all that may be, I'll do anything for you, anything you want me to, if you'll be true to me.
2025.
In spite of all the heartache, what you make of me, I'll do anything for you, anything you want me to, if you'll be true to me.
Yeah, like you said, there's more clarity, and yeah, it feels louder. I can understand the lyrics more. I can actually hear the drums. We're talking specifically about the That'll Be the Day and In Spite of All the Danger, those first two recordings they did at that guy's in his house, in his like makeshift studio.
Right, the Sun Records in
basically,
yeah, Liverpool
it was like
Sun Records.
Yeah, essentially it was that. Yeah, you could go in there and make a record of like Happy Birthday Mom or whatever, you know.
Well, and that's when the whole Happy Birthday Mom as skiffle took over as a skiffle craze. We're doing Lonnie Donegan, Happy Birthday Mom. Mom. Mommy. Tony, can I say, just to set some context, I showed the TV guide from 95 of the Anthology, and the Anthology documentary series was a neat Thanksgiving weekend or a week of 3 episodes. The CDs didn't come out as quickly. Anthology 2 came out in early 96. Anthology 3 came out in mid 96, I'm pretty sure.
Something like that, yes.
Something like that. It's all that's my senior year of college. It's all a blur. Hashtag 90s bong. Hashtag living in Boston. Hashtag Dino Raja. That's just a random Celtic from then.
Finally, Dino Raja is able to get a basket.
But what I remember distinctly, and in the commentary at the time, and if you go back and read any, especially in we cite You Never Give Me Your Money, the Peter Doggett book, quite a bit on the show. Anthology has always been a confusing CD and media purchase for casual Beatle fans. When Anthology 1 came out, it sold better than any of the other anthologies because of the promise, A, of a new Beatles song, and B, many casual Beatle fans thought, okay, it's an anthology. It's going to be like a greatest hits plus rarities. Well, now all of a sudden, through late 96, you've got 6 CDs that have 2 new songs, and the majority are just rarities and different versions, and some are fascinating. But my point is, each anthology sold less and less copies. And while Anthology 1 is maybe the most historically interesting because it's got the Quarrymen stuff and it had Free as a Bird, some of the best materials in Anthologies 2 and 3. But I just wanted to speak for a moment about the millions of casual Beatle fans who bought a project called Beatles Anthology and were listening to, weird takes of No Reply. Which for us is gold, but many fans were confused. And by the time Anthology 3 came out, the sales weren't comparable to the first.
Yeah, diminishing returns. And I get that. And it speaks to a lot of things. All 3 anthologies, that's 155 tracks. There's a reason, actually, on this program that we haven't done a deep dish on the CDs of Anthology. People have been asking us to do it for a while. But it's like, oh, okay, the first one's like 60 songs or whatever. And, some of those are spoken tracks and this and that. But it's a lot. And the brain gets exhausted and the viewer / listener gets also fatigued. And I remember when this came out, Anthology 1 on CD, I worked at 93.7 KCLB, The Valley's Rock.
It's The Valley's Rock, 93.7 KCLB. My name is Tony Montana.
And
love it.
I think it was late night 2 for Tuesday where we would play full sides of albums, and we decided to play Anthology 1. And I remember putting it on, and keep in mind, I'm a Beatles fan. I love the Beatles, and this station kind of stopped playing the Beatles a year or so earlier, moving toward more as a hard rock format, whatever, or Alanis Morissette and that kind of a thing. And putting on Anthology 1, I remember it just felt sleepy because of the low fidelity of the recordings, the spoken stuff. It felt almost like a film strip, dry documentary.
Yes, it felt more historical than enjoyable once you got past Free as a Bird, which, like it or not, was thrilling to hear it. However, Frankenstein, a new Beatles song in November of 95. But you're right, the rest of the CD, I'll never forget feeling that most of the things that were cool to me weren't great musically. They were just cool. I'd never heard In Spite of All the Danger before, that it was awesome, but they're not playing that on the drive.
No. Yeah. To your point, it was historical for Beatle fans. I loved hearing the weird takes and this and that. But Anthology to me really doesn't pick up till way after they get rid of Pete Best, like the Stockholm Live stuff or the Around the Beatles stuff.
Yeah.
And to me, that's some of the stuff also that I really quite liked in these new remasters. Like the Around the Beatles sounds alive. A lot of these recordings, they're fun. You feel like you're in the room with them.
I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. Love you like no other, baby, like no other can. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man.
There's been a lot of clamoring for people to get out of those sessions mixes and give them proper mixes. I'm talking about Leave My Kitten Alone. I want to hear that song done mixed correctly.
And take the reverb or echo off. That means a lot. That's a George Martin decision in 95, 96 that went uncorrected.
That is a muddy-ass song.
I mean, and maybe the original, I've got a bootleg of that from Ultra Rare Tracks, and it's way worse. That and If You Got Trouble. And Martin did a great job cleaning it up, but he drenched it in so much gook.
Yeah.
Friend says that your love won't mean a lot. You know that your love is all you've got. At times things are so fine, and at times they're not. But when she says she loves you, that means a lot.
Okay, I'm going to get into this. I don't feel robbed that I rebought the 3 anthologies on CD. I wouldn't rebuy them on vinyl. I bought the first 3 anthology records in real time, thanks
vinyl.
to the Tower Records in Boston, Massachusetts, which still had a small vinyl section. And I remember flying home for Thanksgiving break with a vinyl. I didn't have a turntable in college. I bought it to add to my collection at my dad's apartment.
Right.
But yeah, man, I mean, so I wasn't going to rebuy. It's like $400 to rebuy anthologies 1, 2, 3, and then add 4 on vinyl. I don't plan to listen to it. I barely listen to the old ones I have. It's true. I mean, they're great and they're fun, but you know what the fuck are you going to put on Anthology 1, Side 2 on what? I got to hear One After 909, the early demo take on vinyl. I'm okay. I'm good. That I can stream.
Yeah, you've got your 95 versions. So.
Right. But what's frustrating to me, as great as it is having it back in print, and they're in the eco kind of packs, which my Anthology 4s already have. There's a tear because getting the 2 CDs out is not really easy. But let me ask you something. When they did Live at the BBC, when they brought that back in, what was that, 2012 or 2013? I'm forgetting when they redid Live at the BBC.
Around then, I know what you're talking about. The second one, yeah.
They switched the banding of the songs to add more breaks, and they swapped out a couple of versions of the songs to clean it up. One of the first things I did not read a lot of internet chatter. I didn't read a lot of the previews. I wanted to decide for myself. One of the first things I did was put in disc 2, track 2. And what has upset me since 96, the glorious take of Yes It Is, which I have. I've got my Ultra Rare Tracks CD somewhere. Ultra Rare Tracks Volume 3, I think it is. That's how I first heard it.
Me too.
That track breaks down, and John continues it, and it ends soft and sweet, and his voice breaks. Oh, yes, it is. He gets goofy. And an anthology. Ding, doing, going, ding, boing. Going, ding, doing.
String broke. Did he hear?
It's a precursor to, Don't Let Me Down on the Rooftop, you know.
Yes, only Don't Let Me Down on the Rooftop stays. Someone made a decision in 95 or 96, whenever they sequenced that record, to fade into the master track of Yes It Is.
If I could forget her, but it's my pride. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah.
and I thought, let this be the correction. They've corrected things on Live at the BBC. It's not sacrosanct. Who needs a Sanka? I do.
Are you really drinking Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee?
But I need it now in synchronicity with my police record collection.
Oh, see, I need synchronicity too.
Delicious decaffeinated Sanka brand. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy yourself.
But, Tony, it really bugged me that the things like... give Tony Sheridan more respect. If you're going to clean it up, having Paul still speak into My Bonnie...
First of all, we made a recording with a fellow called Tony Sheridan. We were working at a club called the Top 10 Club in Hamburg. And we made a recording with him called My Bonnie, which got to number 5 in the German hit parade, but it didn't do a thing over here.
My bonnet.
How hard would it be to just have... Does it matter? Of course it doesn't matter. But if you're going to clean it up, why not clean it up?
Yeah, I agree. But that would be a remix. That would actually be a remix if they did that. And these are just remasters, you know.
Okay, well then here's another thing I want to get to. And as we dovetail into Anthology 4... I want to ask you a few questions because I also have in my possession. That's what the kids say for possession now. I've got the Free as a Bird and Real Love CD singles.
Your Zesh.
And there are still songs on the singles from Anthology that are nowhere to be found on Anthology 4. Let me ask you this. Where's Christmas Time Is Here Again? It's on the Free as a Bird single. That couldn't have been put in Anthology 4. Where is the Weird Yellow Submarine from the Real Love CD? Where's Take 9 of I Saw Her Standing There, which is part of the Free as a Bird CD single? Where is Cleaned Up Cavern Some Other Guy? Where's Bad to Me? Where's the movie version of Only a Northern Song? Where's Take 7 and Take 13, granted Frankenstein, of Here, There, and Everywhere from the Real Love CD single? And in the 40th anniversary, to not put Shout by Tears for Fears on Beatles Anthology 4 is bullshit. You work on it. Lennon's on Mercury now /Polygram. You figure out how to get Shout. It's about Janov. It's a 40th of songs from the big chair. Love Tears for Fears. I want to hear it.
Shout. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well...
You understand my point, Tony. Why can't, if they're going to reissue Anthology, why not make things right? How do you have 4 Anthology? You've got 8 CDs of Anthology, none of which have Some Other Guy. What are we doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of glaring omissions. I agree. Instead of the tracks that we've already heard on the other Super Deluxe things, they could have put in those B-sides, a lot of B-sides. I think they just used a couple B-sides from Free as a Bird. Maybe just one, I forget. But
you know my crazy meter. How crazy am I being? I mean,
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. You're screaming at the clouds about these B-sides while you're holding the B-sides that you can listen to.
Story of my life. The story of my life. But because it's a bigger philosophical thing, Tony. It's existential. If you've got these recordings, why not? Because these CD singles I've had have been out of record stores since 1998.
And they're out of print and they're not streaming. So yeah, I agree. Those, but I don't know why they're not. I agree. I don't know why they're not on Anthology 4.
You knew we weren't going to get Carnival. People are like, how come TJ didn't say Carnival of Light or 98-minute Helter Skelter or 2-day 12-bar originals? We're obviously not going to get Carnival of Light while the Beatles are alive. Not going to happen.
Probably
but
not.
In reality, Some Other Guy at the Cavern is one of the most influential Beatle performances ever, and it's not on any authorized Beatles release. Isn't Anthology? I mean, God bless instrument.
Right? Isn't it on one of those B-sides?
No, Some Other Guys had even on one of the B-sides. There's the BBC version is on Live at the BBC, but that famous Cavern Club performance.
Yeah.
How do you not put anything from the Star Club on Anthology 4? If you're going to have another God Bless You instrumental, I Am the Walrus, Mazel Tov, give me the fucking Cavern performance.
Okay.
I quit. Really, I'm done with this band. Stones forever, Goat's Head Soup, and then Exile, and then Some Girls, and that's where I'm at.
Well, check out the Black and Blue Deluxe that just came out. There's the slowest version of Honky Tonk Woman starts off their concert. It's crazy.
CD. I want to hear the Evolution mix of Memory Motels.
I like that song. It's a sad one.
It's a great tune. I like that album.
So here we go. Welcome, Untitled
Stones Podcast.
Welcome to the Untitled Rolling Stones Podcast. What's funny, though, is like we've known about this track list. We did a whole episode about this track list, and you weren't this upset about the track list when we did that episode about the track list.
Because I hadn't heard the track. See, for people like you, it matters on paper. For me, it matters in the mind. No, Tony, I get it. I wanted to hear it before I made a judgment. And like with most Beatles projects, it's thrilling. I'm thrilled to have it. I have Anthology 4 on vinyl. I bought the complete collection on CD. I've loved listening to it. But it just makes me sad that they didn't even take a moment to go, we're redoing Anthology. Can we change anything that has changed within the last 30 years and take a great song and make it better? And they didn't do that except in weird-ass ways in Anthology 4. So I'm not going to say don't get it. It's a great package, fun to have it in a digipack. First time remastered on CD since the 90s. But again, like, would it be that hard to include the songs yet? Do you think, here's what I want to say before we move on to Anthology 4, Tony. Do you think the people at Calderstone /Apple whatever, the Beatle kids, sit around and go, are we leaving off anything? Someone, hey, I think there were singles at the time. Should we check those maxi CD singles and see if there's any tune? Or do you think they said, well, there are, but we don't need them? Or do you think no one knows or cares after so many years? That's what I'm trying to figure out is the why.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever be able to have marketing minds. You know what I mean? Like, we'll always be fans that want everything. And until they give us everything, we're going to be complaining about what we don't have.
That's the joy of fandom?
or complaining about what we do have, just not on another format.
I want to rebuy the Free as a Bird single. At least Paul had the good sense to reissue the Flaming Pie singles.
I don't know. Yeah. We might just be getting into some OCD stuff, TJ, is what I think is going on.
I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is if you're going to take the time and ask people to spend the money to rebuy something, make it more worth our while. Do something else for the fans is all I'm saying. I still bought it. I'm not sad that I bought it. But, yeah, call me. Not you, the Beatles. Call me. I will tell you what we need on there. I want the Mitch Weissman Lady Madonna on Anthology 4.
The fake out where he makes fun of someone's weight, I think.
After Martha, my dear, he looks at someone and goes, hey, put that dog on a leash.
Put that dog on a leash.
As someone who has not spent money on this thing, I agree with you. And maybe that's the zen is not spending the money, other than my streaming subscription thing.
Yes. Zen is the art of giving your money to the streaming corporations who pay the artists less.
All right, man, let's talk about the 4, Anthology 4.
That.
Half an hour in, let's talk about Anthology 4.
I told you, and we sat down, and you were skeptical, and I said,
It's not that I was skeptical that we could talk this long about something. It's just,
People, have you read the comment boards? BOREDS.
No, I don't Google us. I don't want to be seen. I like that we're an audio podcast. I like my life.
It's the Tony Mendoza story. Right now,
that's right.
Juggling fruit in a dress in New York.
You and me dressed in drag, walking around New York City talking about the Beatles.
Staying at the Susan B. Anthony Hotel for Girls.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're going to talk about Anthology 4 now.
Yeah.
All right. Overall, let's just talk overall. I have here, I got this.
Give it to me.
Let me tell you what I think. I think it starts off fun. I think it starts off lively. It was very promising. And then it kind of eases in. It settles into this kind of meditative curio show. Get a lot of instrumentals. And then it ends with not something new, TJ, but nothing new.
Yes.
And that's how it ends.
Yes, it does end with nothing new. But before it gets to nothing new, it breaks everybody's face with a remix nobody asked for and nobody likes.
Well, we haven't even, you're talking about Real Love, and we haven't even opined about that. We'll do a quick take of it. I liked it. And when I first heard it, I liked it. I'm like, oh, I can hear John's vocal now. It doesn't sound like he's on an answering machine.
1996.
Forgotten dreams.
2025.
Seems that all I really was doing was waiting for you. Just like little girls and boys playing with their little toys.
But, you know, that's just me as like a dumb listener. I wasn't sniffing and I wasn't like thinking about every other version that's ever been made. And I've always liked Real Love as a song over Free as a Bird and definitely over Now and Then. I think it's the best of those three Lennon songs. So I've always just enjoyed the song as a song. But yes, it has, that remix has been tinkered with. So
the vocal,
we'll get to that.
We'll get there. Here's my top line as we do Beatle PTI. Beatle Barstool Sports. Hey, you want to go outside and fight over your favorite Ringo record, or are you too much of a bitch?
This is what this has become. Yeah.
Are you Why Not, or are you 2012? Which Ringo you? Tony, they cut Jeff Lynne, God bless him. The man wrote All Over the World, hashtag Xanadu.
Yeah.
But they cut 20 seconds. They cut a ukulele bit, and they cut at least 6 awesome George Harrison licks.
Yeah.
So cool with the John Clear vocal, which I think's a different take. I'm just like, why would you cut George Harrison guitar playing, Jeff?
Yeah,
so
yeah. We'll get to that.
We will get to that. I just don't. Again, this is less. I didn't enjoy it, Tony. I swear to God, because I did love hearing how thrilling John's, I think, double tracked voice was in the different take. I just don't understand why. I don't know why.
Tune in later when we discuss it some more.
And as we talk about the Anthology 4, did you notice? I want to mention the very back of the Anthology 4 booklet says sleeve notes by Kevin Howlett. And on the back of the Anthologies 1, 2, and 3 booklets, it does not say sleeve notes by anybody. They've eliminated Mark Lewison's name from the back page of Anthologies 1, 2, and 3. His sleeve notes remain, and he's in the inside flap, hashtag inside flap. We'll do it live! But it's very weird that Kevin Howlett's name appears on the back cover of the booklet of Anthology 4 as writing the sleeve notes. Nothing about Lewison in 1, 2, and 3 in these reissues. I wonder if that's a statement.
Yeah, that seems like an oversight. And if one were litigious, I don't know. Is that litigation worthy? I don't know. I mean, not that I want that. I'm just, if I wrote something and, you know, dedicated a large chunk of my life to a band, which Mark Lewison did, I would find that very
petty,
disheartening, petty. Yeah, nothing positive about being left off of Anthology 4 here.
Pretty sure it's in the inside flap, so his name and his notes remain.
Oh, so his name is in there.
But what I'm saying is on the back of all of the booklets, when it gives the credits, it's not on 1, 2, and 3. His name's in there, just not featured the way Kevin Howlett's is on 4.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's, not into that. Yeah, that's getting into family stuff, dirty laundry. I don't know.
Or
Not
fan fiction, where I imagine Howlett and Lewison wrestling like they're Frampton and Steven Tyler in lingerie with an electric microphone and silk.
Yeah. and then replaced by dummies as they fall to their death.
We
Weird Al
hate
style.
love. We love money.
I mean, that's Calderstone right there. It's hilarious that the Sgt. Pepper movie is the most accurate depiction of what's going on right now with Beetleverse.
All it needs is Lucille Ball and J.J. Walker singing the Sgt. Pepper reprise with Bowser.
All right, let's get to some Discord thoughts. Of course, if you like the program, half an hour in, like and subscribe. We do have a Patreon in which you can enjoy our Discord. It's a community. It's online. It's like a chat board. And a bunch of our members voice their thoughts about Anthology 4. Keep in mind, these are hot takes. It's been out at this writing for like 3 days, okay? So Christian in D.C. says, how shite and lazy is this cover? Okay, suspending my negativity temporarily, he continues, as I head into a first listen of some never heard Beatles tracks. Can't say that every day. He goes on to say it's an enjoyable selection, if not especially revelatory. No real Thunderbolt moments yet. Fave so far is probably Baby You're a Rich Man.
Yes.
A decent dollop of studio chat, he says. Yeah, and he goes on to address what you were talking about earlier, TJ, with like, yes, it is, and the Frankensteining of takes and stuff that they did on 1 through 3. They don't do that this round. So they did listen in that respect. They're not, making new mixes out of 2 different mixes, with the exception of Real Love.
With the exception of Real, right, but that kind of doesn't count. Although on the vinyl, that's one of the most striking things. One of the most striking things to me about Anthology 4 is there's an entire slab of vinyl for the first time in Beatle history that is dedicated to the Threedles, or in more respect, the Toodles. Side 6, which I put on, is 3 tracks on that 180-gram vinyl, and it's New Free as a Bird, New Real Love, and the final Beatles song. Available for the first time, except the 7-inch black vinyl, the 7-inch marble vinyl, the 7-inch blue vinyl, the 7-inch clear vinyl, the 10-inch Spotify exclusive vinyl, the 12-inch black vinyl, the 12-inch Target red vinyl, the CD single, the K-single, the Blue album, Now and Then, now on Anthology 4.
It's true. It's on more compilations than She Loves You at this point.
It's become the new long and winding road. Oh, I did that by memory, by the way. Proud of myself.
No, that was amazing. I thought you were riffing, and I'm like, oh no, he's doing it. Well, speaking of the Threedles, Funky Bird says, I personally hate what they did to Real Love. Voicing a popular opinion about an unpopular mix. The vocals just sound awfully robotic and even offbeat at times, and they removed a lot of great Harrison guitar licks. That's what you're talking about, TJ. I actually like the remix of Free as a Bird, but man, I'm just going to have to continue listening to the excellent 2015 remix of Real Love.
Yeah, it's one of the 3 versions. There's the original 96, the 2015 remix, which added different George guitar licks but kept the same John vocal. And then there's a new one that's got less licks, new vocal.
Yeah.
Get ready for rarities, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. Mick B. Listened to new Anthology 4 tracks on YouTube yesterday. Liked everything, but not big on instrumental backings or string overdubs in general. And then on his second listen, he said it was interesting to note the consistency in the studio vibe from the pre-Prepper days.
Yes?
When the Beatles, before the Beatles became preppers and stocked up on dried blueberries.
I used to call myself Sergeant Prepper when I was doing porn work.
Yeah, it's a niche. Anyway. It's interesting to note a consistency in the studio vibe from the pre-Pepper days that aimed to get a live take without mistakes. It almost seems as if 63 to 65 are just one big session. Yeah, I will say, and this is what I was getting at earlier, where I was really enjoying those early takes of, like pre-Help or pre-Rubber Soul, I should say, takes. They're fun. I'd make a compilation of just those, like the You Can't Do That and I Need You, the new one, Take One.
Oh, the new I Need You is one of the highlights. There's a few on here, and that's, what are there, 13 songs we've not heard before?
Yeah, we got a big 13, yeah.
Out of, 20? There 20-something? How many are on 4? I'm find my CD.
I have to look it up.
I don't know, but it's not enough.
36 tracks.
It's got the whole town talking. It's got the whole town talking.
Steve, My Kitten Alone, speaking of Leave My Kitten Alone, where's the new remix?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the Beatles and Apple
How come you don't mention Calderstone?
decided to meet people where they are with the various formats for Anthology 4. Here's hoping they'll release a DVD version of the updated series and maybe put some new clips on YouTube for those of us without Disney+.
I mean, now we're talking about the video thing, but he seemed to enjoy that you can try before you buy with streaming these days.
Well, at Sound Warehouse, you can try any CD and bring it back within 2 days if it looks untouched. Only at Sound Warehouse. We've got the music until Blockbuster buys us and record stores go shortly thereafter.
Yes.
You remember Blockbuster music? Sound Warehouse that was gross when there were Blockbuster record stores. And it was during that era where Ringo's third live CD was available on Blockbuster Records.
That's right. Well, you go to Starbucks for Paul's and then pick up a video, get Ringo. It was a great time to be alive, TJ, the double O's.
I still never watch an episode of Friends because they weren't white enough for me.
Well, thank you to all our Patreon subscribers who voiced their thoughts on Anthology 4. Tell you what, TJ, let's revisit this next week. Let's do a deep dive on 13 quote-unquote new songs. Maybe we'll talk about the ones that were on like Beatles Bootleg and the B-side of Free as a Bird. We'll add those because we haven't talked about those. We haven't done a deep dish on Anthology music yet.
No, Tony, and I also next week want to talk about why certain choices were used at the expense of others, because there's some archival stuff that they took from the Super Deluxe editions where I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And others where I'm like, yay! And a few more where I'm like, huh?
All right, well, look forward to that next week. I hope you don't choke on the turkey, learn the Heimlich maneuver, drink plenty of fluids and liquids. Fluids are something you do if the turkey doesn't knock you out enough.
I'm going to knock you out. This turkey's going to knock you out. I'm talking about my turkey.
By the way, don't send Ringo any turkeys. It's after the 20th of October.
Please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do.
Untitled Beatles Podcast. Like and subscribe